the year 1582. Mountains frame the horizon. Smoke curls from burning fields. And down in the valley, 10,000 samurai prepare to finish what they started. Steel flashes. War drums echo through the hills. And the banner of the Takeda clan waves above the blood-soaked grass. It's an ambush. A rival clan's fortress is surrounded. Final assault begins at dawn. No mercy. No retreat. No survivors. But that night, something new arrives. They don't ride horses. They wear no armor. Just night vision goggles. Suppressed M4 carbines. Grenade launchers. Encrypted radios. 100 Navy SEALs accidentally dropped into the Sengoku period by a glitch in time, and now surrounded by 10,000 of the most disciplined warriors in Japanese history. This isn't just a battle. This is a simulation of hell. So the real question is, what happens when 100 of the world's most elite modern operators face 10,000 sword-wielding samurai on their turf in their time? The Sengoku period, an age of constant war, shifting alliances, and absolute honor. Japan is divided between clans, each led by a daimyo fighting for dominance. The Takeda clan fields 10,000 samurai and a shigeru, their elite warrior caste backed by foot soldiers and archers. These aren't just swordsmen. They are trained since childhood in kenjutsu, archery, and battlefield coordination. Mounted samurai strike like cavalry shockwaves. A shigeru spear walls move in formation, pinning enemies for the finishing blow. Their weapons: katanas, razor-sharp, forged steel. Yari spears, fast and brutal at close range. Yumi bows, long-range and deadly in the hands of experts. Matchlock muskets, few, slow, but loud and terrifying. Tactics: simple. Overwhelm with force. Ambush with speed. And above all, never retreat. Their mindset: death before dishonor. A beautiful death is a warrior's reward. But now, across the trees, something they've never seen waits in silence. 100 U.S. Navy SEALs. Tier 1 operators trained for deep insertion missions, surgical strikes, and irregular warfare. Each SEAL carries a gear loadout optimized for flexibility. M4A1 rifle with suppressor, red dot optic, and underbarrel grenade launcher. Sidearm: Glock 19 or SIG P226. Night vision goggles. Radio comms. Fragmentation and flashbang grenades. Body armor and trauma kits. Rations, water filters, and backup blades. Thermal drone scouts. Laser rangefinders. They move in fire teams, communicate in coded bursts, and fight using cover, concealment, and shock tactics. They're armed for urban warfare, jungle missions, and hostage rescue. But Sengoku Japan? That's a whole new kind of op. They don't speak the language. They don't know the terrain. And the nearest friendly base is 400 years away. But they do have night vision. They do have range. And they do have the deadliest ratio of lethality to manpower in modern combat. So the question becomes, can 100 modern warriors with no reinforcements outthink, outmaneuver, and outlive 10,000 samurai who were raised for war? Night falls over the valley. The Takeda forces prepare to finish off the fortress by morning. They light their torches. They chant their war cries. They think they're alone. They are not. Half a mile away, hidden in the trees, a SEAL drone flies overhead silent, high, with thermal imaging painting the battlefield in glowing reds and whites. In the command channel, a voice crackles. Targets marked. 10,000 warm bodies. Heaviest cluster East Ridge. Copy that, someone replies. Let's ruin their honor. The first move isn't loud. It's surgical. 2 SEAL teams flank the eastern torch line. 1 flashbang. 3 suppressed shots. 6 samurai hit the ground before the 7th even draws his sword. One of them shouts, "Tengu!" Demon. Ghost. Not entirely wrong. By the time the main force notices something's wrong, dozens of scouts are gone. Then, just before sunrise, the SEALs go loud. Grenades arc into the supply tents. M4s open fire from elevation. Thermals paint chaos in every direction. A mounted commander gets domed from 400 meters by a guy eating an MRE while prone. Panic erupts. Half the samurai think it's a cursed attack. The other half think they made the gods angry. One archer fires at the drone. It misses by 80 feet and hits a cow. The cow does not survive. A squad of samurai charges toward a seal position. What they don't see is the claymore mine waiting in the dirt. Turns out, no amount of honor stops high-velocity fragmentation. But here's where it gets complicated. Ammo runs fast. Comms get patchy. The drone battery dies because no one remembered to pack the solar charger. Also, fun fact, samurai do not panic for long. They adapt. Fast. They split into smaller units. Ditch the torchlight. Start using the terrain, cliffs, forests, caves. Suddenly, the seals aren't just hunting. They're being hunted. A squad enters a clearing, 1 second it's quiet. The next, a dozen samurai drop from trees like katana-wielding squirrels. Close quarters. Steel versus steel. Bullets versus blades. And yes, one seal tries to block a katana with his rifle stock. Does not work. But he survives, stabs the guy with a Gerber knife, and steals his sash because it looks cool. As dawn breaks, the seals are bloodied but standing. 3 wounded. Dozens of samurai down. The hillside is on fire. But the battle? Far from over. The Takeda regroup. Thousands still remain. The seals fall back. Low on ammo. No resupply. No way home. Just one question. Can they survive Wave 2? By sunrise, the valley is a graveyard of 2 centuries. Sword meets suppressor. Steel meets lead. And the battlefield just stops moving. The seals hold the high ground. Fortified. Tired. Counting every round left in their mags. Only 63 of the original 100 remain combat effective. Ammo's below 40%. One guy is surviving off pure rage and 2 caffeine gum packets. But they've done what no one thought possible. They've shattered the samurai's momentum, destroyed their command structure, and psychologically broken thousands of warriors who've never seen a grenade launcher before. One Takeda officer tries to rally a last stand. He gives a rousing speech about honor, ancestors, and eternal glory. It ends mid-sentence when a seal drops a 40mm round right behind him. Speech over. Eventually, the remaining samurai retreat. Not because they're cowards, but because they think they've fought actual demons. The stories spread fast. Men with glowing eyes. Weapons louder than thunder. And fire that kills from miles away. Some even start calling them Kurokami, the Black Gods. And here's the kicker. A handful of captured seal gear, night vision goggles, a broken radio, and one guy's GoPro ends up as sacred relics. A shrine is built, worshipped for decades. Historians later find cave drawings of what looks suspiciously like a Navy SEAL wearing Oakleys, labeled Sky Ghost. So, who wins? Tactically, the SEALs. Strategically, no one. Because now they're stranded in 1582 with no air support. They hold the valley, sure, but they're ghosts in a time that isn't theirs. And eventually they'll run out of bullets. So, did the SEALs dominate with tech and tactics? Or were they just one katana slip away from becoming 100 very confused historical footnotes? Let me know in the comments, would the samurai adapt and overwhelm, or would modern warfare always win out? And while you're down there, drop your wildest ideas for the next video. No suggestion is too dumb. In fact, the more historically disrespectful, the better. And hey, if you enjoy watching history get absolutely body slammed by future tech, hit that subscribe button like it's charging you on horseback. More chaos, more combat, more brain cell fusion simulations, coming soon.